Welcome to the Impact Zone, to another good episode just for you. Today we're talking about self-love, the foundation for every healthy relationship.
Yes, it's self-love. And we want to make sure that you have enough information so that you can identify what's at work in your life. Because I believe sometimes people don't know or they're moving or doing things unaware that this is what's triggering me, this is what's causing me. So today we're going to help you label those triggers so you can become better.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to bring out is that self-love is not about neglecting others, but it's making sure that you are first filled up. That's very important. It's not about neglecting others, but it's making sure that you first are filled up. So here's a working definition that I came up with. Self-love is the practice of valuing, respecting, and caring for yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm going to say that again. Self-love is the practice of valuing, respecting, and caring for yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Caring about every part of you. You want to make sure nothing goes lacking. You want to make sure that you are focused. You're honed in on my mental well-being. You're focused on my emotional well-being. You want to make sure that you are healthy 100% from the crown of your head, as we say in the church, to the sole of your feet. You want to make sure that you are healthy so you can help someone else. It's hard to pour from an empty pitcher.
It is.
It is so hard. So you want to make sure that you have been replenished, you are refilled, so you can go pour into someone else.
Absolutely. You must first get filled up. And like you say, in order for you to pour into others and offer you to bless other lives, your life must first be filled up. So it's very important. Because if you don't love yourself, then you're going to find yourself tolerating mistreatment. You're going to find yourself settling when you should not be settling. And you're going to find yourself attracting people who disrespect you because you don't respect you because you don't love you.
Yes, because it's real simple. You teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. So people are watching, people are very aware of who you are, and they're looking how you treat yourself. So now because I have a low tolerance of self-affirmation, I'm not doing those things. All types of people will come into your life because why? You are teaching them how to treat you. How to, I like this word, disrespect you. So you want to make sure that you are aware of these things. Make sure you got a pencil and paper.
Yes, absolutely. So let's dive into the signs that you are struggling with self-love. Here are a couple of signs that we want to share with you that you are struggling with self-love. And the first sign that I got down here is that you constantly seek validation from others. You constantly seek validation from others. You don't feel like that you are good enough.
Wow. Listen, I have another one. Difficulty setting boundaries. Sometimes people have difficulty setting boundaries because of the fear of the unknown. If I set boundaries, they may leave me. They may walk out on my life. Listen, you have to think for yourself what's best for you. Listen, sometimes what's best for you is them leaving your life. And you have to be okay, because if you don't set boundaries, I'm going to keep running in and out doing what I want to do, because why? You have not told me what I can and cannot do. What is too much? What I need more of this. So you want to make sure you set boundaries. Get rid of the fear. Get rid of the anxiety. You want to make sure that your life is complete on all cylinders.
Absolutely. So, and that's a very important point, is that most people have a problem with setting boundaries because they fear the other person leaving them, or they fear losing that individual or individuals. And so it's very important. First of all, we have to get to the root of, why do you fear losing people? Do you have abandonment issues?
That's true.
We always must get down to the root of our issue. There's a root, there's a seed that has been planted in our life that's producing this toxic behavior.
That's right.
And so why are you afraid of losing people? What happened to you that caused you to be afraid to lose someone? So that's very important.
I want to ask something real fast. When he mentioned that, ask yourself this question: Do I want to lose myself, or do I want to lose them? Because when you lose yourself, sometimes it takes you years finding yourself. And sometimes you don't want to keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Make the healthy decision and let them walk away, and you build and you keep moving.
Absolutely. Let's sneak in one more. Another sign that you are struggling with self-love. You have negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is constant. It's consistent in your life. And I have met a lot of people who do not know how to speak well to themselves.
Yes, that's good. They have challenges in that area because you view yourself through the eyes of somebody else versus seeing yourself for who you are. Can I tell you something? You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And
Absolutely.
you listen, make that your affirmation. If you make that your affirmation till you're able to change, till you're able to shift, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am made in the image of God. That's who I am. Build yourself up. Stop talking negative. Get this here. If faith come by hearing, listen, negativity, all those other spirits comes by hearing.
Yeah.
Dave, a proverb says that death and life are in the power of our tongue. If you keep speaking negativity about yourself, you're going to soon start believing it. You're going to see yourself according to your words because your words shape your world.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And to add to that is that what you repeatedly hear, you will eventually believe.
It's true.
So those were a few signs that you're struggling with self-love. Let's get to the root. What's the root of this lack of self-love? One thing that I got down here, Coach, is that childhood experiences. Where you lack affirmation, or you had a distant parent, or you didn't, the parent abandoned you. And so sometimes our lack of self-love is coming from childhood experiences that we have not dealt with.
That's true. And you want to make sure to ask, I like this, the hard questions.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to bring mom in. You may have to bring dad in to find out what door open. Because there's some people, Coach, that have been molested. There's some people by family members, not just boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever. Some people have been molested and they don't know how to love themselves because what I thought was love, you're telling me is not
abuse.
love.
Right.
It was right. It was literally abuse. So I'm thinking if you don't hit me, beat me, whatever, you don't love me. And I've coached some people that really felt like if he didn't hit me on a Friday, he didn't love me. So you want to make sure that you revisit these past childhood experiences so you can heal and move forward.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a valid point. Another point that we can bring out too could be the root of lack of self-love is past relationships that damage your confidence. And there are many people who have went through some toxic relationships. And those individuals broke your spirit. And so now you don't have the confidence that you used to have because why? You allowed that individual to break your spirit, to break your confidence, and now you are tolerating things that you should not be tolerating because why? You don't have the confidence to arise high and say, no, I'm not putting up with that.
Right. And that's what happens is you allow that person, going back again, you allow that person to cause you to lose yourself because of a fear or because of what they did to you. You have to make a conscious decision. I want better for my life. And sometimes better is walking out that door. And because get this here, if you don't get healed from that past relationship, you're going to take them old bricks trying to build a new house and you're going to get the same results you had from the first house.
Over and over again.
You have to learn how to get rid of those things. Stop seeing yourself how they saw you.
Absolutely.
See yourself the way God sees you. Because I think a lot of times we are people always get stuck on what somebody said. Because if a person keep downgrading you for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, it's going to take you forever to dig all of that out.
It is.
Because you have formed yourself or you have seen yourself by their words.
By their words. Your identity has been formed by the words they've been speaking over you. And so it's very important that you take your life back. And like you said, sometimes better for you is making a decision that I'm going to choose me and walk away.
That's right.
So how can we start loving ourselves better? How can we start loving ourselves better? Number one, I have on my paper here, speak to yourself with kindness. Practical way. How can we start loving ourselves better? Number one is start speaking to yourself with kindness. We want to make sure we are uplifting ourselves and not tearing ourselves down with our own words.
Right. I like that. Making and creating positive affirmations. In other words, speak well of yourself. Say positive things in your life. I want to add this here. You want to set realistic goals for your life. Take it one day at a time. I want to say it again. Take it one day at a time because you try to pick up the pieces and move into the next relationship. No. Pause, pump your brakes, slow it down, enjoy where you are. I think if we learn how to heal, we will start learning to enjoy life.
We would.
Where we are and not on somebody else's level. So you want to make sure that you set realistic goals for your life.
I agree with that. And the point I want to bring out to that is another way you can start loving yourself better is start forgiving yourself. Quit punishing yourself for past mistakes. Quit punishing yourself for past mistakes. Forgive yourself. So often people are quick to forgive others. When it comes to them, they don't show themselves the same amount of grace or the same amount of love.
I like that.
And so we have to be able to forgive ourselves and quit punishing ourselves for past mistakes. The past is the past.
It is what it is.
You can't change the past.
Nope.
But you can change the direction of what you're moving in toward the future.
Can I add one thing? And I want to add this here. Practice self-care processes.
Yeah.
Take yourself out. Go get your mani-pedi done. Go
Yeah.
get your wig fixed. Whatever. Learn how to do
Not the
those
wig,
things.
huh?
Get your wig. Get that good one. Practice self-care. Taking yourself. Don't wait on them to take you out. You do it yourself. One of the best things I've learned to do is some Mondays take myself to the movie theater.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit there and watch as many movies I want to watch because I love me some me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love myself.
Yeah.
I love myself so much that I'm going to protect my peace.
You got to do it.
Yes.
When I was single, I maximized my singleness, my singlehood. I took myself to dinner. I took myself to the movie theater. I was not afraid to go to the restaurant by myself because I love me.
Yes.
And a lot of people are not comfortable with themselves.
Yeah.
There's a difference between loneliness and being alone.
That's true.
You have to learn the difference. There's a difference between the two.
We have to talk about that next time.
Yeah, another time. Yeah, we'll have enough time to talk about that one. But there's a difference. And so you have to maximize your singleness and embrace who you are and love on you. And when you love on you, you will attract the right kind of person that's already healed, not somebody that's trying to get healed.
Right. That's real powerful. I'm glad you said that because what happens is when you don't get healed and you don't start loving yourself and become an independent person, when you get married, guess what? You're going to be clingy. Yeah. And listen, both of y'all used to be single. So at some point now you got to learn how to adjust to those boundaries. You want to make sure that you are healed now. So when he or she comes, you know how to appreciate that.
Yeah.
And guess what? And once you're healed, you won't be assuming they're doing certain things. Okay?
Because you're healed.
Because you're healed. But as long as you don't love yourself, you're going to always assume the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you love yourself, you choose better partners.
Yes.
Number one. When you love yourself, you will not tolerate mistreatment. And when you love yourself, you set the tone for how others will treat you.
Yes.
So do you see how self-love is very important? Self-love is very important.
It's the foundation.
It's the foundation of every healthy relationship. So what you need to do right now, you need to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your family and friends. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.